Listen closely and take a breath. That raw tang of oxidized oil residue and the burnt stench of diesel smoke is saturating the entire yard. Welcome, crew, to Florida Flywheelers, the proving ground for those addicted to forcing steel under load. There is no place here for smooth, plastic-coated machines. This is the domain of pure machining, where power is brutally defined by cylinder bore diameter and the centrifugal force of solid cast iron flywheels. The tractors and stationary engines scattered across this ground once carried the backbone of the Great Depression era. Rust has built up in layers, but they are not abandoned. They lie waiting for skilled hands to pick up a wrench, slam the revs, and bring them roaring back to life. Look at that wave of red paint grinding relentlessly across the ground. That is the endurance specification of International Harvester, especially the brutally capable Farmall lineup. In the 1930s and 40s, Farmall Red tore through every American agricultural front. The narrow front wheel configuration allowed aggressive turning angles, but the true strength lies within the engine block. The inline four-cylinder engine was cast with excessive fatigue tolerance, hammering through heavy loads day after day without cracking its walls. Its slow, sharp exhaust rhythm defines a machining philosophy. Discard high RPM, extract maximum pulling force. At ultra-low revs, the torque output is powerful enough to break through any obstacle. Hit subscribe to the Engine History if you crave the smell of grease and want to study the crushing force of load-driven rotation. Beside the red stands the steel blue and yellow of John Deere. When this machine moves, you don't need to look, just listen to the deep, pulsing rhythm coming from its horizontal cylinders. Instead of packing in multiple small cylinders, John Deere engineers chose to go all in with two massive pistons. The secret to its load capacity lies in the enormous exposed flywheel. Centrifugal inertia absorbs and stabilizes the expansion energy, allowing the engine to hold ultra-low RPM without losing rhythm under sudden load. Stripped to a minimalist core, unnecessary components are eliminated to reduce failure rates. The endurance of this engine block lays bare its brutal working capacity, tearing through hardened soil with pure torsional force. Pulling away from mobile machines, the crew steps into the domain of heavy, stationary engines. These machines do not move. They are built to stay fixed and carry the load of entire workshops. Massive iron blocks, paired with head-high flywheels, rotate at extremely low speeds, yet withstand immense pressure. The most intense examples are those using the hit-and-miss governing system. With no electronic control, the centrifugal governor locks the exhaust valve, allowing the engine to coast freely on flywheel inertia. When RPM drops below the threshold, the valve snaps shut, compressing the fuel mixture until ignition detonates with a violent burst. That sharp exhaust pulse drives the flywheel forward again. Watching the exposed rocker arms cycling through oil-soaked motion, you begin to understand the essence of pure mechanical engineering. To bring these rusted iron giants back to life, mechanics must dig deep into swap meet yards, graveyards of dismantled components. Tools and parts are scattered across tarps. Rust-covered magnetos, tarnished brass carburetors, worn gears and chains. Finding an original bolt from the 1920s is like searching for a needle in a haystack. Under pressure, veteran mechanics resort to machining crankshafts from scratch or welding cracked engine blocks back together. Liters of sweat and grease are poured in just to force an engine to cough smoke and catch rhythm for a few seconds. It is a battle of intellect and endurance, pushing metal back to life to roar once again against the relentless force of time. The Florida Flywheeler's ground is not a place for display. It is a test stand that extracts every last specification from the hands of true machinists. From the brutal force of the Farmall engines to the stubborn exhaust rhythm of John Deere's twin cylinders to the pressure pulses of hit and miss systems, everything converges on one core value: the structural rigidity of cast iron metallurgy. These machines are old, fuel-hungry, and relentless. Yet they carry a fatigue resistance that modern circuit-based systems cannot even approach. As long as there are mechanics with grease-stained hands wielding hammers, scraping rust, and tuning valve timing, these engines will continue to shake the ground with their exhaust blasts. Thank you for standing firm with the Engine History Test Stand. Grab your wrench. There is still an entire yard of rusted engines waiting to be brought back to life in the next session.